Hey, man. There we go. There we go. Sound much better. Here we go. We are here. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all hear that gunner going up, man. I hope you guys are able to tap into that new gunner. Pretty dope project. Really solid. But you know what you are here for. You are here for the one and only show, the greatest show in the world. Courtside Radio, baby. We are here. Courtside Thursdays, the original day. We thank you guys for tapping in here in the TGN Sports Studios. It is about to go crazy. And y'all know who I am, man. Mike Kelly PG, the one and only Magic Johnson of the show, to make sure this thing is showtime every time you tune in to Courtside Radio. And I am joined by my fellas, man. The great three, man. The terrorist three, terrible three. Mike Kelly PG here. To my left, my guy, the one and only Elam. What's the deal, E?
Yo, what's up, world? Hey, welcome to Courtside Radio, where if we were any closer, we'd be in the game. Yo, we got the Treacherous Three. Me, the PG, my guy, Big Mike Ida Pappy, getting ready to set the studio on fire.
Fire!
Hey, thank you for tapping in. It's Thursday, 6:30. Let's get it.
Hey, let's give him some shots, man. Man, put him on fire just like that, man. But we thank you guys so much. And to the right of me is my guy, the shooting guard himself, Mr. Inglewood, out of Pappy. What's the deal, Mike?
Cheer. What up? It's Big Mike out of Pappy back in the stew number 2. You already know what we about to do. But it is perfect. I just had to slide down Manchester one time. You know, Inglewood, sit around the LAX game. But you know, we about to set the studio aflame.
Hey, we about to set this thing on fire. Shout out to Manchester Ave, the greatest Ave in the world, if y'all didn't know. But yeah, man, we about to have so much fun with this.
We looking like the NWA of this radio thing right now.
Hey, real talk, man. For real talk. We doing our thing. And we just having so much fun, man. We got great basketball being played as of now. We got college hoops going up. The national championship just finished up with Georgia, taking care of business. Shout out to Georgia, getting Alabama up out of there. And then you also you got the NFL playoffs starting up. But we will get to that, so make sure you guys stay tuned in, man. It's gonna be so much fun, man. But we got to get to it. We have to talk about trade season is upon us. You know what I'm saying? We're getting closer and closer to that deadline in February. And it always starts with something. We thought it was going to be Bobo, but that trade fell off, which is crazy. Yeah, fell in that physical. You guys got any words on that? Mike?
I figured that it sounded too good to be true at first. But it was like, hey, it's an upgrade.
Nah.
But it just, I'm like, man, I knew as soon as I heard it was rejected, I wasn't so shocked. I was like, nah, it sounds about right. I knew something like this, could be in the works because it's always something that, the devil gonna show up in any way possible.
That part.
And they try to block their blessings, but Bobo gonna come up one day or another. Don't worry about it.
And see, my thing is, I kind of feel like it wasn't meant to be. Not for Detroit. Like I believe,
be true.
I believe in Bobo. I believe in his skills. I believe, when he gets the opportunity to showcase and highlight what he can do on the court, it's gonna work. Now Denver's back in a position to where it's like, we got to get rid of you because we just tried to trade you.
No, yeah.
But I think Bobo, him growing up with his pops in the game, he knows it's a business and he'll be all right. So. Shout out to Bobo, man. We hoping you get your opportunity.
I know that's got to be awkward if he has to step back in that building to like, man, y'all trade. Even though you get like Robert Horry told a story that I didn't know. I was much younger then, but he told a story that he had got traded to the Pistons, but the trade fell through. So he came back to the Rockets and was kind of like, oh, this is how y'all feel. I'm gonna show y'all why y'all need me, and he ended up helping them win a championship.
So the Rockets the trade gave birth to Big Shot Bob.
Yeah,
and it's the same team.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all better watch out. Bo finna go on a tear. He's gonna be an integral piece for the next 7 rings. Watch.
Man, so
Bro.
let's see what's gonna happen, man. It's gonna be crazy. But remember, guys, you guys can be a part of the show. You guys can call in. You guys can hit us up via the chat on the Good News Radio app. Make sure that you guys tap in. Good News Radio and Podcast Network is where you can access and find some of the best shows, including our great show and personalities in the business, live and on demand, right at your fingertips. It's simple. Just download the Good News Radio app and enjoy all of your favorite shows on the network. So we got to keep it with the trades. One that actually went through, Cam Reddish, is playing in New York. He's going to be joining his former college teammate, RJ Barrett, there in the Mecca. He was traded, him and Solomon Hill in the second-round pick, traded for Kevin Knox and a protected first-round pick that via the Hornets. What's you guys' thoughts on the trade? Mike, we'll start with you. What's your thoughts on this trade?
You know what? I feel like Kevin Knox has to play up to his role, but this is a landing spot. You put RJ with his boy Cam.
Man.
Cam's going to play closer to Baby Melo than we thought, sooner than we thought.
Yeah.
But it's like he's not going to be, of course, a miniature version of Melo, but his skill set and size lets that happen. But he's only going to get better at an expeditious rate right now because RJ's going to find him. They already got camaraderie, and he's going to have the biggest lights on him at Madison.
Yeah, that's real.
Like, you take him at Madison Square Garden and say, hey, I got to show up. He will.
Yeah. I'm just curious what their plan is for him. You know what I'm saying? If the plan is, hey, we're going to start him. Me and E were looking at the starters, Fournier, RJ Barrett. You have Alec Burks, Julius Randles, and Mitchell Robinson. If you're going to start him, you know, let him come in there and play because the guy clearly has talent. He wouldn't have been that type of lottery pick the way that he was. But if you're going to put him on the bench, I think it can be an Atlanta situation all over again.
I mean, but you also got to look at it. They just gave up a cat that they took in the lottery.
Yeah.
And Kevin Knox. So, I mean, you can't really utilize that argument, you know, because Cam Reddish was a lottery pick that he's going to have the success.
Yeah.
I think, you know, looking at the last 2 games, I want to say last week that he had where he had the 2 30-point games, you can see the potential there, right?
Yeah.
Like Cam Reddish is a microwave. He reminds me to an extent of like a Malik Monk. You know, he can get off at any given point in time when given the opportunity.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I was looking at his stats right now. You know, for his career, he's only been averaging about 26 minutes, 11 points a game. He's shooting 38.5%.
40 this year. He's at 11.9 and 40.
His root 40 this year.
Yeah.
I mean, so you know, he's kind of where he's always been.
Yeah.
I think if you're New York, it doesn't really move the needle for me. Unless you got another 20-point scorer for him. I think if anybody won this trade, in my opinion, I think it's the Hawks. Reason being is because they're about to reboot. The only 2 players that they've committed to are Clint Capella and Trae Young. Yeah. That's it. Everybody else is available.
John Collins better get a contract.
No, John Collins is about to get shipped. So the mere fact that they were able to get a first-round pick in return, you know, it has the potential of being either a mid-round pick because let's be serious, the Knicks aren't winning the championship.
Nope.
So it's not going to be in the late 20s.
Facts.
And best case scenario, it's right around the lottery. So you can you know, get another lottery player in return for giving up Cam Reddish. So
Collins becomes an asset at this point now that you have more pieces to work with. Like the first round pick, like you can shop that with him to get a better player now. To build the young roster that you already have, but you keeping Trae Young regardless.
Oh, yeah.
You're not like, so you take him and you take Capella that actually likes to step up on defense,
right here,
pick and roll monster. And, bro, it's a wrap after that.
No, yeah, you don't think twice about Trae.
No,
but yeah,
hell no.
You hearing the words that they plan to rebuild
Collins is a piece now.
and things like that. So it's just going to be curious, you know, to see how all of this, you know, works out for them because it's crazy because they got so much hype last year, the Hawks, because they made a run that we didn't expect with them making it to the conference finals. And now it's like, damn, are they really about to rebuild? And if so, I guess this is a nice move. You get a guy who was a former lottery player to see what he can do. You get this first-round pick from the Hornets, who may be a playoff team. You don't know as of yet to see what that's going to look like. But it's just, I think it's a restart for two young players who, you know, that you hope can get it right. Right now, the Hornets are 23-19. They're the 7th seed. And let's see if they get in. It might not be a lottery pick. But it's a reset for two guys. Kevin Knox, who was a 9th overall in 2018, and then Cam Reddish.
Play up to that potential.
Yeah.
Come on, Knox.
No, yeah.
You know you can do it.
It's just about these guys just stepping up, and you know, the Knicks, they need something, you know, and Cam Reddish can be a guy that can come and get buckets. As of now, if the playoffs start today, the Knicks wouldn't be in it. They're 21-21, tied with the Knicks. They'll be that last seed, trying to get into that play-in. So let's see.
But see, both teams last year were surprise playoff teams, both the Knicks and the Hawks.
Yep.
Nobody anticipated the Knicks making the playoffs. They just went on an incredible run the second half of the season, and I kind of feel like this trade is them trying to catch lightning in a bottle, opposed to truly developing Knox and crafting his game to be what it is that you need. Hey, good luck to you. You know what I'm saying? But the Knicks, I think they're going to continue to spin their wheels because they continue to make trades like this. They continue to do things like this that doesn't really make sense to me. It's a short-term move. It's short-sighted. It's not going to have any grandiose long-term impact. I'm looking at his projected, 36 minute stats right now.
Okay.
It's saying that Cam is an 18-point a game scorer. So, I mean, and I've said this repeatedly on this show, if Julius Randle is your best player, you're not going anywhere.
No, you're in trouble.
You're not going anywhere. And another reason why I don't think this is going to work for the Knicks, who's their coach? Tom Thibodeau?
Tibbs, yeah.
What's his calling card? Defense. Cam Reddish is not a defensive player.
No, that's true.
So it's like,
but Tibbs didn't draft Kevin Knox, so maybe he's like, all right, go get me this guy, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, so
they never developed Knox. That was the whole problem.
Yeah.
So you giving up an asset that you traded for that you didn't want for a guy that doesn't play defense. Doesn't fit the style of play that gritty, grindy style that Tibbs is known for. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a short-sighted move. It's a short-term move that doesn't really make sense.
Oh yeah, and
it's so Knickerbocker of them. You already know. So
hey, it's what they do.
They're Knickers.
They're kings of mediocrity.
These Knickers.
Like they surprised us last year with Julius Randle stepping up and having a good season, and then towards the end, he trucked it off. He showed us why you can't eat. What can you not do? With Julius Randle as your best player,
you can't win.
Exactly. We saw it in the playoffs.
Just like if you got Russell Westbrook as your starting point guard.
Hey, tread lightly.
It depends on how many turnovers he's feeling that night.
Nah, yeah, we ain't. It's more than the turnovers. But we'll talk about that. Has
he really taken this many bad shots his whole career? I really don't see these highlights.
No, this is who he has always been.
Yeah,
like, it's nothing new. I see you here and there, but this is a consistent basis now.
No, facts.
I'm not liking this right now.
For people who follow him, it's like, this is what he does, man. So, hey, let us know what you guys think out there. You can always hit us up in the chat, man. Let us know what you guys feel. What do you think? Is it all on Reddish to step up and stand out, or does the fit just not work? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see if Tibbs can get him playing on the defensive end so he can get some minutes, man, because that's very vital when it comes to Tibbs' team. But I'm just hoping Cam can step up, because hearing about him in high school, you heard the T-Mac comparisons, and you're like, whoa.
I saw Melo. I saw baby Melo.
Yeah, and we're hoping that we can get those comparisons and that he can be that. But Courtside Radio, we are here, the Treacherous 3, holding it down, man. Mike here, the PG. Mike right next to me, to the right of me, and then of course my guy E Lamb doing our thing, because we can freak it for sure, man. We holding it down for our guy Himes and our guy Bruce, man, who was out today.
We got 2 players on the injured reserve.
Yeah, 2 players on the injured reserve. You know what they sound like? Sound like the Lakers. Too many. But hey, show must go on, man. So we have to talk about speaking of a Laker, thank you for picking this track. Amazing song by our guy Corrupt the Legend. We got to talk about a former Laker who's really emerging lately and playing some very good basketball. His name is Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah.
Who's playing some really good basketball these days. His averages so far this season, 15.7 points, nearly 1 block. He's 3 assists, 8.7 rebounds. He's shooting 45%. He's just been balling these last few games. You have Wednesday on the 5th. He had 24-9, followed by a 21-11 performance, followed by a 27-22 rebound performance, 29-5. And then yesterday's game versus Orlando, he had 19 points, 9 assists, 1 block, 10 rebounds, near triple-double. His guy passed up the open three.
He broke his streak. He had 9 straight games with 20-plus points.
Man, which is crazy. Man, what are you guys' thoughts, Mike? What is your thoughts on Kyle Kuzma? Man, crazy. He's playing so well.
I'm actually enthused that he's like not taking the criticism to heart, and he's actually just playing through it. We used to call him, he was real model-esque.
Yeah.
He was
You snooze, Kuz.
bro. He was more trying to be a Instagram model than a hooper.
Facts.
And he took that, he said, bro, he took that on the chin and came back hooping.
Mhm.
Like when he dropped the 27 and 22, he shot 53% from the field. And then that's when at that point he had 7 straight games with 20-plus points.
Hey, he sounding like with the 27-22. He sounding like me at the when I go to 24-hour fitness.
Sound you on like
Bro.
2K on Ricky?
No, but he's back into making offense out of nothing, and he playing through the offense a lot better. So he's not being timid.
Yeah.
He's not taking bad shots as often, and he's being confident in that damn three. Bro, we know you can pull up, that you got game. Like,
No, yeah, facts.
you are point forward whenever you want to be, and you are a stretch 4 whenever you want to be. So Kuz is an asset whenever he wants to play,
Mhm.
and he's not timid. He get that confidence back like he's doing right now. He finished off the season strong, and hey, the Wizards, they got a chance to do something with him, but not to go anywhere far.
No,
Man,
yeah.
bump all that. We talking about Kyle Kuzma. All right, Kuzma.
If
You
you have
talking?
hate in your heart, let it out.
Listen, you talking about? He wanted to be an IG model out here in LA. The dude just wore a Catwoman suit
Oh, that was
to the
terrible.
game
Yeah, that was
Well,
terrible.
with some anime kicks.
Man.
Like, come on, my dude.
Diva-esque.
What's up with you, Kyle? We got to figure that out, but he's hooping though.
Listen,
Giving out buckets
Kyle
right now.
Kyle Kuzma is showing me exactly, what I saw his rookie year.
Mhm.
He could be a good player on a terrible team.
Okay.
He's not like, if you put like some real championship talent around Kyle Kuzma, he shrinks. You put him in a big game, he shrinks. So what he's doing out there in Washington, I'm like, bro, I'm not impressed.
Okay.
Washington started off hot. You know what I'm saying? I want to say they were as high as like the number 3 seed out east. Right now they 9th.
No, I know they were flaming.
So, I mean, if Kyle Kuzma really was about that life, you know what I'm saying? Like
Well, how you
taking
gonna
that
win
next
with
step.
plumbers on the roster?
Bro,
no, they
was just in number 3 in the East.
No, I know.
And then when things got real,
after COVID got real,
man, everybody.
that's what I'm saying. So
everybody
like,
doing
when you're
COVID.
playing with miscellaneous players throughout parts of the season that are necessity to keep your actual placement in the standings, what the fuck you want me to do?
Okay, so
I'm gonna just step up and play with whoever the hell else is on the court.
all right, so when Bron came to LA his first year, who was on the Lakers team? They had BI, they had Zoe, they had Kuz.
We did.
They had
We had
and the
the young
Lakers.
core.
The Lakers were 4th in
Yeah.
the West, right?
Bron went down.
Brown went down. What did Kyle Kuzma do? Not too much.
Snoozed. He
But you also
snoozed.
remember when he went down, our standing and
That's
Drop.
the time. Exactly
Same
my
thing with
point.
Washington.
That's the time when
What's the
your
difference?
best player goes down. That's the time. Real players. That's when they step up.
Yeah, but
You looking for an opportunity
Bradley
to
Beal
highlight.
was their best player.
I'm talking when Kuzma was out
when you're
here.
playing on a team where your teammates is fighting, catching fades in the back, and you know
you
what I'm
talking
saying?
about
Talking about Trez and
KC Prison
KC,
ankle monitor.
Yeah, like it's kind of tough, but right. Hey, if playoff starts today.
They be out.
Yeah, they'll be in it. They'll be a playing team.
Playing.
So right now they're
No,
at
7 to
9
8. I thought it was. Oh no, you're right. You're right. Hey,
So
nah.
they'll be able to try to play to get that 8th seed, and what it is for that team. To me, I think Bradley Beal led the league in scoring last year. Am I right?
Right.
And this year he's dropped to 24 points, so he hasn't done his part. You would think that he'd be averaging 30. You know what I'm saying? But he's averaging 24. But Kuzma is showing us a lot more.
You got to look at the amount of touches and shots that he was getting without everybody. That's being dispersed between Trez, between Kuz, between KCP, right? So
I think he had Russ last year to get assists and get some easy shots.
Russ gonna stat chase.
No, yeah. So he gonna get the assists. You just gotta make shots.
So now you have cats that can legit play who aren't out there necessarily chasing stats. The one part of Kuzma's game that I will give him credit for, dude is a monster on the board.
I'm about to say rebounding is.
Hey, what if I were to tell you that he's like the modern day? Of course, he's not as good as this player.
Don't say it.
Big game. James Worthy.
Heck no.
Wait. No, just some of the similar skills. I think similar skills.
No.
Of course, Big James is better. Like, he'll be the poor man's version of James Worthy.
Bro, this dude is like excuse me. My asthma acting up, y'all, so I apologize. Kyle Kuzma, whose game would I equate it to? It's definitely not Big Game, because Big Game was a terror on the post.
Yeah,
he hit you with the Statue of Liberty. He's more of a like Kerry Kittles, Keith Van Horn.
I can see a lot of
more skill than Van Horn.
I know, but his build and the way he plays is like Van Horn. I see what you mean by that.
Van Horn, that's
like,
that's
if he was more confident with the handle, I would say more like Lamar Odom, but he's not. He trucks like he's not. He wants to be like throw dimes.
Nah, he's not Lamar Odom for sure.
You know what I'm saying, his skill set doesn't let him throw dimes.
Okay, we already brought him up. Okay. Robert Horry.
Okay, I can see that. He don't defend like Horry, but he's a better, I'd say, offensive player than Horry.
Yeah.
But okay, that's great right there.
Yeah, Horry used to be athletic. Horry used to be athletic.
Okay, Horry would dunk on you. You know what I'm saying? He got the crazy left-handed dunk. With the Spurs dunking against the Pistons. But man, let us know what you guys think. Kyle Kuzma, he's kind of on a surge right now. Let's see if it can lead to more winning to get them a for sure playoff spot. Remember, you guys can always chat in with us via the Good News Radio app. You guys can call in as well via the Good News Radio app, man. We hope you guys are doing well out there. So we got to talk about a name, another model, I guess, diva, and Ben Simmons, who had a meeting with the Sixers, and you left with a big nothing changed.
Nothing.
So have we ever seen anything like this? I'm trying to think, because in NFL we've seen players hold out and like, damn, Le'Veon really missed the whole season. Oh, you have never seen this in the NBA. Like, what's going on? Like, what is this team telling him? What is this team doing? And is it working? What's your thoughts? We'll start with you, E.
This is the future of the NBA. When you have disgruntled players, specifically stars, who aren't getting the support they need, or they aren't winning in their current situations, they're just going to sit out. It don't matter if they just signed an extension, they got 5 years on the deal. Guess what? My pay is guaranteed. So you can't hold that over my head. And in the event that they had 2 years left or 1 year left, guess what? I can, it's no franchise tag. I will say during the next CBA, governors, they're going to look for something like a franchise tag to keep talent in the building. But Ben Simmons, he's doing exactly what I thought he would do. He's not missing any paychecks. He's there. This is exactly what we anticipated happening. If anything, Daryl Morey, he's a moron for not trading him. He's continuing to depreciate his trade value. Like, no team is going to give you a comparable superstar for you to go out and win an NBA championship. If somebody does that, they don't need to be a GM.
Hey, Ben Simmons right now is the word that you like to use. poo cheese.
Pooh cheese.
Because it's like last time we saw you on the court, you let everybody down, and we don't know what you look like. We don't know what your mental is like, and you're just out there. He needs to get back on the court more than anybody because he needs to change this narrative, which is the word of the show. So we got to get the horn for that. He needs to change the narrative of who he is, and right now it's not good. And the more you sit out, Philly is winning games.
Without him.
Yeah, without him. Embiid is playing great, and it's kind of like, damn.
So now if I'm an opposing GM, I'm like, you trying to trade me damaged goods. Because clearly y'all didn't need him to win. Y'all still winning. So how valuable is Ben Simmons really? I'm just playing devil's advocate right now.
No, yeah.
He's real. I'm just going to put it like this. Bernard Simmons Kardashian is really trying to play himself out of his bag. Like he's like when you even just not the diva-esque like ways he goes about it. It's like, bro, are you really worth this now? Past what do we see? Your mental capacity right now to handle stress at this young age is not good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like now you are showing it that you can be kind of childish at times.
Yeah.
This is a business and you have to act accordingly. Be professional and do what you're supposed to do. You hoop. We need you to get better, and you're not even trying to do that.
You are paid to hoop. Get your ass on the court and play some basketball. That's what you're paid for.
And we ain't talking no Rico Hines hoops either.
Yeah, and because you can't even do Rico because of COVID, and he don't even be shooting jump shots there.
And see, you just said be a professional, and that's the thing. And I know I'm about to sound like a real old head right now, but this generation, they don't have no respect, period, for nothing or nobody. They are very egotistical and self-centered, and so you looking at a prima donna who's been given everything his entire life, who's been entitled his entire life, and guess what? Y'all just gave him a contract extension.
Let him know, OG.
So the last time that he was out on the court, yeah, he had a snafu, opposed to dunking, he passed the ball off. But guess what? A lot of great players have had terrible moments. Mm-hmm. It's about bouncing back. Now, if I'm in the clutch camp, I'm in his ear like, hey, bro, just give me a solid 2 weeks. Get out there, show what you can do, boost up your trade value, maybe a month,
show him that summer jump shot,
and then say, hey, you know what? You pulled your hamstring.
Yeah.
You pulled a muscle in your back. You know what I'm saying? We will rehab it behind the scenes. We've boosted your trade value, and now I can have more conversations. A, if I'm Rich Paul, and B, if I'm Daryl Morey.
Yeah, because if you're Rich Paul, what are you saying? It's like if other teams, you want people to get your player, but it's like, oh, he ain't been on the court.
Yeah,
last time I saw him, he failed. So what do you want me to do? You think I'm about to trade you Dame or some pieces for a guy that I don't know what his headspace is like? You know what I'm saying? So it's just a tough situation. And have we ever seen anything like this? Like I've never not in the NBA.
Not in the NBA at all, because you can see that he's mentally fragile.
Yeah,
because like he really lets just the big stage get to him, but then he lets off-court things get to him
too.
So it's like your personal life cannot interfere or interject with your production on the court. That is your job, which you're supposed to be a professional and show professionalism and do the damn thing that you're supposed to do.
But see, you gotta
pay you M's for this, bro.
You gotta have the ism in you to show the professionalism.
That part, that's real.
Bro, he's a Kardashian.
Yeah.
He wants this given to him, and he wants
I wouldn't even say Kardashian, because the guy who took his girl made it to the finals last year.
Oh, D-Book.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, man, like
he mentally hurt from that too.
Yeah, probably so.
And see, that if anything, that's what I'm seeing out of Ben Simmons, a very fragile, mentally weak player. Like he's tall. That's not an excuse, man.
You know what I'm saying? But he's showing it young, so he's not going to get better.
Because you got Ja Morant. I'm not even finna let you use that. You got cats like Ja Morant, LaMelo Ball, that's in the league, that's out here killing. Like, they won it.
Yeah. But I'm saying he's exposing himself to his inadequacies of that. At a young age, you can't even handle this shit. This is normal for most people. As you're saying, the dogs that's in the league, which is a majority of the league, now you really look at it like, are you really top tier? Are you really damaged goods that's not able to be rekindled, and you really can't be used the way we want to.
No,
See, I just got to fix my time machine, go back in time, take some HGH so I can grow. You know what I'm saying?
because I'll at least be a dog.
Bro, if I'm 6'4",
Yeah,
I'm 6 even. If
Hey.
I'm 6'4", I'm John Morant, bro.
man.
I said if I was 6'3", it would be a wrap. That's what I was back in. I was 6'3".
Hey,
You telling me a 6'10" lefty or
point guard
6'10"
with great
ambidextrous,
defender.
Point
Yeah,
guard.
he can finish right, left.
and you can't do nothing with that?
Can't figure out a jump shot. And Lonzo done went from shooting way over here to now I can catch and knock it down.
Come
It's
on,
just,
man.
how much do you love the game? And that's the question you have to ask yourself about Ben Simmons, because you couldn't keep Kobe away from playing
At
basketball.
all.
You
What's
know what I'm
love
saying?
got to do with it nowadays?
Man.
You feel me?
Hey, Ben Simmons, figure this out, man. We trying to see you on the court. You know, I'm a huge fan of Embiid. He's one of my favorite guys in the league, probably top 3 right now. And I mean, I want to see him have his best chance to win, because you don't know when his body is going to break down.
Facts.
And Ben Simmons is a big part of that. And the fact that you're not even trying was a big part of it. That you're not even trying to get on the court. Like, how much do you love the game of basketball? Because no other player is really about to sit out
He gave up on
and
his
miss
team.
paychecks.
And that's the question right there. If I'm a GM, that I have to answer first.
Yeah.
Like, why do you love the game of basketball? Do you love the game, or do you love the things that it
Come with
brings?
it. Yeah.
Right? Because a true player, like, bro, you know, before my body started breaking down, I would be on the court till 3:00 in the morning by myself.
Bro, what was a major player traded last year, beginning of the year, and everybody talked mess about him, but he still showed up. James Harden. James Harden, they was like, oh, he's fat, he's all this. He still was showing up, giving
And
people
giving
40s.
buckets. And giving buckets.
He shed that fat first game and gave out buckets.
Man, and it was just like, because I love the game of basketball so much, I don't want to be in Houston, but man, I'm going to play because I want to hoop. And even though you might know that, man, I want to get up out of here, I'm still going to hoop. And Ben Simmons is disappointed with the way
And what
he
I'm
moved.
seeing out of Ben Simmons is exactly what I saw out of Anthony Davis when he opted to forego the rest of the NBA season when he was in New Orleans.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's showing up now.
Mhm.
He's mentally fragile.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
mentally
But-
fragile.
I feel like it's more so Ben Simmons likes to indulge in the amenities that the NBA brings.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
like he wants the lifestyle. So now that he's a public figure, oh, bro, it's going to be about me. Until I get exactly what I want and get my way, I'm not going to play. And it's like, bro, you can't be like that nowadays.
Facts.
No,
Like
yeah.
you can stay, go ahead, go for your bag. They're giving you all the opportunities. They're giving M's at damn near what's it called? The Price is Right numbers right now.
Facts.
So it's like you really playing yourself out of some numbers that you can just blow your own bag. But it's like,
Yeah.
bro, you're too good for this. Just play your part and they'll take care of you.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
give
yeah.
up on your team like you just did.
And people, I hope, LeBron fans don't get mad at me, but I think he's a big reason why something like this occurs, because he kind of changed the league when you have players feel like they're bigger than the brands. You know what I'm saying? And remember, you guys can always hit us up in the chat room. I hope it ain't hooked up to the other one. I'm gonna have to figure that out, because I see Never Not Kirsten. Shout out to Never Not Extra, man. Great show on the talk end for you ladies and guys who want to tap into some good content, man. Make sure y'all tap into Never Not Extra. But man, if I were to tell you that this comes from it being the LeBron era, and he should take a lot of the blame, just because that, like, he was a guy who was like, man, we need to have full control and things like that. What's your take on that, E?
Wait, say that again, bro.
If I were to tell you that like, because we're in the LeBron era, and LeBron kind of was like, man, as players, we in control, and he kind of like really brought that. Because in the Kobe era, Duncan era, I'm playing no matter what,
Right.
I'm gonna play. Jordan era, I'm gonna come back to the Wizards, which we just drafted a high school kid, and I'm gonna still try to give him my all. But because of Bron made it like, we do what we want. Us players, our brand is bigger than these teams or can be. You know what I'm saying? That it gives a player the thought of, man, I'm gonna just sit out.
And I think this is what Iman was alluding to when he said Brown ruined the league. You know what I'm saying? I think
And we talked about it.
yeah, Cass was like, how did Brown ruin the league? Like, you got to dig deeper, man. Things have nuance. And as much as we applaud Brown for, empowering players to seize control of not only their careers but the narratives that come with them.
Yeah.
Like it's a downside to it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have cats like Ben Simmons who want what they want, and when they don't get what they want, regardless of if they feel entitled to it or not, they're going to sit and pout and kick and scream until they get what they want. And so it's like, for every LeBron you have, you're going to have, I hate to say it like this, for every LeBron you have, you're going to have a Ben Simmons. So the players got to decide, again, what is it about the game that you love, right?
Yeah.
Because if it's just, hey, I get to get 1 million followers on the gram. If I love all the women, you know what I'm saying, that I get to, juggle in between cities. If it's the millions of dollars, if it's the ice, if it's this and it's that, and not the game. If you don't see yourself donning one of those orange jerseys at the end of your career, and your jersey hanging in the rafters, and you impacting and inspiring, young gunners to come at you when they get their time in the league, then bro, what are you doing on the court?
Yeah, it's a question that I think GMs, coaches have to really, really ask, because you get a guy like Ben Simmons that you're building your franchise around. Him and Embiid I always said that they can be a Magic Kareem type duo. It just needed Ben Simmons to take that next step. But man, it's just sad to see, because he's such a really good player that he can do a lot, that I want to see him do his thing. But you got something, Mike?
I do. It's just, I feel like Ben Simmons, if you're trying to dictate your destiny, bro, like, this isn't the direction you want to go.
Send his ass to Detroit.
They already got some pieces they trying to work out as it is. So, like, if you're trying to dictate your destiny, Ben Simmons, like I'm trying to tell you, this is not the direction you want to go.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. You got to figure it out, man. But Courtside Radio, we are here, and we're about to take you around the league, man, really quick. Kyrie Irving can play at home, but it's going to take $68,000 that will have to be paid by the Nets.
Cut the check
for him to do so. That's the answer we're going with. Cut the check,
man.
I'm saying it now.
Check.
Pay it twice.
Game checks is more than that,
bro.
Kyrie said he'll probably pay that.
Man,
that's a tip. He said, "Hey, this one's on me. Let me play. Hey, put me in, coach."
Hey, if you the owner, that's 2 courtside tickets,
man,
to 1 playoff game.
Facts. Hey, that's real. I'm
serving them up every game,
man.
So they got to figure it out.
You get 1 game for free.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, 1 game is free.
I'm saving that towards
one. So I wonder if the Nets are going to move this way, and if so, if the NBA is going to all right, hold on, man, we can't let it be this easy. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's kind of like, hey, this is our rule. We got to figure it out.
And if they ignorant enough, would you pay it all at once or play each game?
Pay it all at once.
I'm about to say, I will pay it all.
I want to pay it all for the year. We try to make this run.
I'm paying it in pennies all when the playoffs start.
But all pennies.
But you just asked something. But guess what? They mandated that, the league mandated that you had to have this shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now, as things are starting to change, you're starting to see different cities have different stipulations.
Yes.
So you can play in Chicago and be unvaxxed. You can play in Orlando and be unvaxxed. You can play in Washington.
Mandates are lifted in Tennessee.
Listen, come playoff time, you want your marquee players out there on the court. The NBA is not going to allow the Brooklyn Nets to enter into the playoffs, locked up in the Eastern Conference Finals with Milwaukee,
Game 7,
and not have Kyrie. Are you serious?
No, yeah. It's like, stop it. What are we doing, man?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let's see what the Nets going to do. Let's see what the NBA going to do when it comes to Kyrie Irving playing at these home games, because it says $68,000. I know most people would do it. Shout out to that same Nets team. They got a big win yesterday against the Chicago Bulls, which was a 47-10 run to finish them off. Kyrie only had 9 points. So, man, they're down 10 tonight, though.
The question is the NBA ready for the backlash that's going to come with it?
Nah, yeah.
That's what they got to decide, the PR battle.
Yeah, and because people are going to be like, wow, so y'all just let them find this easy of a loophole?
If the revenue looking right, hey, we'll pay the fine tonight.
Man, that part.
Bro, and like, if you really look at it, it's not a lose-lose.
Yeah.
Is if you pay it, all right, that's a negative connotation that they can look at you, but did we break a rule or something?
Facts.
Did we break a rule or did we do something that was actually, given to us as an opportunity and a chance to better ourselves? Who wouldn't take it?
The rules are set this way. You know what I'm saying? And if that's how it is, that's what it is. But shout out the Nets. Big win, 138-112 at Chicago yesterday. Third quarter, they're down 12 right now
I had a stat
to the Thunder.
For that Brooklyn, between KD and James Harden alone, 52 points and 25 assists.
No, yeah. They got a legit big three. No Kyrie tonight or no Kevin Durant. So that's why they're down. But 18 points, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 7 assists, 6 rebounds for James Harden as they play out there in Oklahoma City or at home in Brooklyn. So speaking of Brooklyn, rest in peace, Biggie Smalls, forever a legend, man.
Christopher.
Only one we recognize. To keep it around the league, Lillard, Dame Lillard, he had successful surgery for his ab issue that we talked about a few episodes ago. So hopefully he can get back, and hopefully he can get back and be on a new team, man. I hate that he's riding his career over there with Portland. They're just not it. And you want to see him in a better place.
Go to the Bay or LA. We know it.
No, yeah, facts. And Budenholzer, the coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, was back tonight as they got a big win, 118-99 versus the Warriors. Yeah, man. Everybody's dealing with this COVID thing, and it's happy to see these different guys and faces back because we want people to be at their peak performance. We don't want people to be half-assing. And, let these guys hoop, man. It sucks that they have to deal with what they're dealing with COVID and all that stuff. But, hey, it is what it is, man. So let's see what we can do when it comes to getting these guys back. So seeing Coach back is a big-time thing, and they got a huge win versus Golden State. Yeah, man, so that's around the league. We thank you guys for that. Man, any players standing out so far at the beginning of this year for you guys? Any one guy, of course, Ja Morant, but any other guys kind of surprising that's standing out?
Steph.
Oh, yeah, Steph especially.
Well, Steph, he in the slump, man.
No, he is.
The last 10
he
games,
said to
to
start off the season, though. Are we talking about
the year? January 1st.
I still got to go DeMar. It's either DeMar or Zach LaVine, man. I think those two games are perfectly suited for one another.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say one is more valuable than the other because I kind of feel like on any given night, one could be Batman, the other could be Robin.
Yes.
But I think, DeMar, his resurgence has been the most surprising thing thus far in the league. Let's see what Kyrie gives us. Let's see what Klay gives us.
No, yeah, facts. So it's very interesting, man, just to see, these guys hoop and play so well, the Bulls, because they're looking like what we thought the Celtics were going to be. So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a guy, I'll probably go Embiid, man. He's just playing really great. He's not allowing this Ben Simmons drama to get to him, and he's just coming out there dominating.
But I mean, that's what he does.
No,
that's
yeah,
what he did.
I know, yeah.
Before they even drafted Simmons.
No, yeah, facts. Yeah. And speaking of Curry, he's still in the slump. He finished with 12 points today, 4 assists, 8 rebounds, 4 turnovers. Is because I don't look at him or maybe even KD as the MVP right now. So could DeMar really be MVP? That's a question that you got to ask
DeMar,
yourself.
he played. DeMar, I like.
Man, because are they really going to give it to Jokic twice? Is a question. No. So it's like, damn, DeMar, finish strong, man. You might can get your MVP award.
I mean, we'll the first half of the season, I'm giving it to DeMar just because it's like he's never done this before.
Yeah, it's not expected.
The All-Star break, when they come back from that, like the first, I'll say 3 weeks, that's when people really start paying attention to the MVP race.
No,
so as long as DeMar he comes back, healthy and putting up the numbers that he's putting up now, like DeMar, I think he's going to finish top 2, top 3, if not take it all.
Okay.
So are we just going with the most surprising player?
Yeah, just a player that you just like, wow, like this guy is really standing out. Who you got?
Because for the Bulls, they have two players for me on that end.
Okay.
On that end. Zoe, for him being able to sustain this level of play that he started off the season and showed his improved jump shot.
Yeah.
Like him to make it that far with that and still being a great playmaker and smart decision maker, stepping up on defense, team defense is raised up, and you got athletic wings over there that want to run with you, want to go ahead now. I want to go ahead and pin this one off the board this time. So it's like you got that, and then my other end will be LeBron on another note because LeBron wants to keep up, and when you talk mess to LeBron and then he shows up, he said, all right, y'all ain't gonna be talking shit to me no more. All right, let's see. Now you awaken the beast that I want to see. So you got him, and then Kuzma showed up, but you just like you said, not impressed, but he hasn't done anything that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
But it's like to start off the season, you putting them together right now. I'm liking that, but I'll say for the Bulls, they got two for me because DeMar's MVP as Zoe being able to sustain this level of play, then actually on a winning team for a winning time. Then you have LeBron stepping up that can lead a charge to the championship later on after All-Star break. We ain't
not right now.
After All-Star break,
okay.
Michael, I said, we ain't worried about
I'm
it.
just saying because LeBron offensively is gonna give you that, but on defense, that man is part of the problem.
He's letting me down. I don't even understand.
He's part of the problem on the defense end.
Let me drop another name, Evan Mobley.
Oh yeah, Evan. Yeah, Evan is crazy.
I don't
taking
think
the rookie of the year if he wants to.
Like, no, not if he wants to. That is the rookie of the year.
He's played up to
it. I think Wagner will have an argument in Orlando.
You think so?
Yeah, I think because Evan
more hype than he's more highlights in hype, but he's showed up and he hasn't done as much as Mobley.
Only thing that might help Evan is that his
team is winning.
Yeah.
And he's the part of them winning.
Yeah, but it's a lot like Darius Garland is having an emergence and things like that that's helping. Where Orlando,
he really didn't step up his points that much. We've seen something like this. He's just got.
They're the worst
efficient.
team in the league because they have the worst team in the league. Like there's not a lot of good players on that team. You know what I'm saying? They draft so terribly.
Come from.
They draft all of the wrong guys. You like how do you draft Mo Bamba?
How do you keep missing?
Yeah, how do you keep? It's something wrong going on. I don't know. Bro, hire us with the Orlando Magic. I guarantee we can look at talent, and we're going to ask the tough questions. How much you love this game? Because I need you up at 5 in the morning to put some work in to get better because y'all drafting these guys just aren't panning out, and it sucks. But where's Markelle Fultz? That's my question. Like, damn, it sucks for that guy. Just still
1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Injuries, man, is hurting that guy, man. But Courtside Radio, we are here, man. The Treacherous 3, Mike Kell, the PG. My guy, E-Money, E-Lamb is in the building. Of course, Mr. Ida himself. Mike is here with you. We are doing our thing, holding it down here in the TGN Sports. Stu, making it so much fun. Man, we're doing it. I got you, E. I got you. We're having so much fun, man. I hope y'all loving the sound that you hear. Can we make sure that it's fire? Take it away, E. You got it. But yeah, man, we just having fun with it. But it is my time of the show. I got to give you that hate. Number 2 right there. Time for this hate, baby. Good press it.
Oh, man. Hate.
Yes, sir. It is time for the one and only hating ass Michael segment. And for all you that know me out there, y'all know I don't have a lot of hate in my heart. But the little bit that I do, I like to let this part out, man, because it's not good to hold on to it. Don't listen to Mike over here. But, man, what I'm hating on, Danny said to hate on Rusty. I could, but that'll take me a whole 2 hours. I would need me a whole Stephen A. Smith
We're more disappointed.
type of show. But, man, my hate, I'm going to take it to the NFL. And the hate for me is the firing of Brian Flores and David, is it Culley? David Culley. Man, and y'all wonder why we want all these different rules in for these black coaches because it's not right. You know, a man gets 1 year where the star quarterback, y'all don't figure out what to do with him, and you fire him. You don't give him a true option. Like, what can you really learn from a coach in 1 year where his best player is not playing because the owner has a dispute with him? And he loses his job. Brian Flores, they started off slow, and you like, uh-oh. Then they end up winning 7 straight, and they were only 1 game from being in the playoffs with a quarterback that a lot of people around the league don't believe in, who he didn't want to draft, and you fire him. So the haters to you, NFL, you talking about minority coaches and want to give them the opportunity. First of all, you didn't help get Eric Bieniemy a job, which clearly he deserved a job leading the offense to win the Super Bowl and back to the Super Bowl the following year and has a chance to do it again. And then you let go of these coaches prematurely, man. I'm very disappointed, NFL, that you guys aren't doing a better job at making sure these minority coaches are giving real opportunities to be head coaches in the NFL. So figure this out. You have to do it ASAP because I need to see more faces that look like me. More brown faces get a real opportunity. And don't tell you, he had a year to figure something out. You could have gave him Bill Belichick. He wouldn't have figured nothing out with that team. So you need more than a year to really know. Put your stamp on the team. So the hate is for you, NFL. I can't believe it. Hating That's My Kill segment. NFL, shame on you. But I will be watching this weekend. But shame on you, man. Let me get some more of that hate.
Oh, man. Hate.
If you have hate in your heart, let it out.
The Hating That's My Kill segment. That's it for you. But we got to talk NFL, man. We got 10 minutes left in the show. We thank you guys for tapping in with us, staying locked in. And for you that listen to us in podcast form, on demand, much love to you. All of the support you guys bring us. Remember, follow our page, Courtside Radio, at Instagram, where you can check out a lot of our great skits and just great, NBA content that we put on because, hey, we're for the people that love hoop and love sports in general, especially NFL, because we're big fans here. You got Niner fan, you got the Chiefs here, you got the Rams. So we have the Super Wild Card weekend coming up, and we gave our picks on Monday. This week, I want us to X Factors. If you can think of one X factor for each game, and I'm pretty sure the X factor is going to come from the team that we chose to win that game. So we're going to start in Cincinnati. You're going to have the Vegas Raiders versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Who's the X factor in that game for you, E?
I'm going Hunter Renfrow.
Oh, okay.
If that dude can get off, I say, 7 catches for $135 with a tubby. Raiders gonna win because Waller gonna do his thing regardless. They got Zay Jones; he's gonna put up numbers.
Yeah,
I think Hunter Renfrow. If Cincinnati allows him to go unchecked, Raiders gonna walk out of there with a dub.
Okay, who you got X factor for the Cincy Vegas game?
See, it's like I have, because one of them I'm still worried about because if he gets opportunities on one end, he could be an X factor.
Okay,
but Renfro for me on the Raiders end and AJ Green on the other end. So it's like,
hey, he not there. He went
AJ, not
the
AJ.
Cardinals.
What's his face?
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. That's
okay.
why I can't think of his name. Because if he gets opportunities from Burrow, he's just gonna blow the lid off. And there's not really too many defense that's shown. I believe he was number 3 in receiving yards this year. So you can't really take a rookie who's already figured this out and is already moving faster. Not just playbook wise, on the field, dusting people.
Yeah.
On a regular. But Renfro actually, I was going to say more 2 tubs on the end. He can get 100 or right at like 90. But it's the amount of catches that he gets in opportunities. He's going to be an X factor. If Derek Carr can get him the ball, it'll be a wrap.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can really see that on the field, and he will cut up.
So I remember I chose the Raiders because I think they could take care of business. My X factor is going to be the guy that's going to be covering Jamar Chase most of the time is Casey Hayward. I think that if Casey Hayward can make a play or two, if he can go get an interception to give Derek Carr an extra possession, because Max Crosby and that D-line are going to be coming, that if Casey Hayward can make a play, man, or two, that it can be a big difference. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. And it's going to come down to – it may come down to the team with the ball last, or it may come down to, dang, that one defensive player made a play to give them an extra possession. And I think Casey Hayward can be that guy. So that's a guy I think that if he can make that play, they can go get them a dub, man. That's the Raider game there. Now let's get to the next one. We have Buffalo with New England coming in. Who's the X factor for you in that game?
I'm going to go Jackson. I'm gonna go Jackson because I know he's going, and I can't think of his first name, but he plays corner. He's gonna be tasked with stopping Stephon Diggs.
Okay.
So, I think did I go with? No, I went with Buffalo.
Yeah.
So let me do it like that. On the Patriots, I'm gonna go Jackson. He's got to shut down Stephon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
For Buffalo, I'm gonna go. They running back. No. Better yet, I'm gonna go offensive line. The offensive line has to set the tone for them to be able to run the ball. Because if they're unable to run the ball, Bill Belichick is gonna tee off on them.
Okay, I like that. And just to stay there, I have a similar thing. I think it's gonna come down to Singletary, the running back for them, because they saying it's gonna be extremely cold out there. So you know how guys go from hand catches to catching it with their body, which changes a lot of things. So you have to be able to run the ball. And I always said that was Buffalo's issue. That's why I always felt the Chiefs can get them, even though they got us earlier in this year. I still don't trust them in the playoffs because you can easily make them one-dimensional because sometimes they do it to themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's really going to come down to if Singletary can give them something out of the backfield. And if he does, it can get real ugly for New England. And if he doesn't, man, Belichick is going to come up with something to make it tough for Josh Allen. So it's going to be Singletary for me. Who you got, Mike?
It's funny. I picked the Bulls. I picked the Bills. But it's like mine's on their side would have to be Allen's decision-making in inclement weather. That will be like if he's able, because I was like, I love that he chose the line. Because that actually was inclusive to mine because I was like more Josh Allen's decision making. But if his line doesn't give him opportunities to get comfortable in the pocket, or at least to push the pocket or step up into the pocket, it'll be a wrap for them. And then on the other end, Bill Belichick's adjustments. Mm-hmm. That's an X factor in itself, especially when it's playoff time. But I chose the Bills. I'm going to go with Josh Allen, his decision-making in inclement weather, and trying to make it happen, Captain. Belichick is always an X factor because his adjustment game is Hall of Fame.
No, yeah, and that's what makes him probably the greatest football coach of all time when you look at accolades and things like that. So let's take it to the Eagles, Buccaneers. I chose the Buccaneers, and the X factor for me is going to come to Mike Evans. You know what I'm saying? Like Gronk looked like he's heating up, and Mike Evans is the last of the Mohicans when it comes to the star receivers because there's no AB because of he did what he did, and then Chris Godwin is out. Who is that?
Mike Evans. He's the first receiver in NFL history to have 8 straight 1,000-yard receivers.
No, yeah, which is
first
crazy.
Ever. I said, damn.
Oh yeah, I was about to say Jerry Rice, but he did in his rookie year.
Yeah.
That's all like it was that one.
Yeah,
and he was done with that, bro.
So it's gonna be on Mike Evans having to step up because you don't have these other guys. So let's see what's gonna happen. E, who you got? Who's your X factor in that Buccaneers?
I'm
Eagles
giving
game?
you 2.
Okay.
I'm the only person that picked the Eagles. It's coming down to Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders. Yo, listen. The Eagles,
Sanders, I know.
The Eagles are the best team at running the ball. Come playoff time, the thing that you are able to take with you anywhere is defense and running the rock.
That's true.
Keep Tom Brady on the sideline. Control the clock. Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard, this game is on your shoulders. You're going to have holes to run through. You just got to finish the runs, hold on to the ball because the Bucs are going to need a turnover in order to win this game.
No, yeah, hey, and that's real, man. So I'm curious to see what happens. Who you got an X factor for the Bucs Eagles, Mike?
My X factor would have to be how many times can LeGarrette Blount take off and get to the end zone?
Man, LeGarrette Blount, he's not even there. They got
the Bucs. What are you talking about?
he's not there no more.
You talking about Fournette?
Fournette, that's what I'm talking about.
My dude, Mike, man.
He been hitting the pin.
No, sir. If I do, it's all nicotine. But no, but really, if you look at it, like if he can get into the end zone, it would really set them off.
I'm mad at Fournette, man.
I'm not mad at him. He is a touchdown monster when they need it. And when the game is focused on the run game, especially when it's cold, Brady's running backs usually tend to produce.
No, yeah,
have you not
that's true.
noticed that?
No, yeah. His
Especially in
running
the
backs
playoffs.
help him a lot. Yeah.
Especially in the playoffs, because that helps him get it to Grunt, get it to his wide receivers,
Mhm.
and spread the ball around while not having to give up. What's it called? Being too giving up your tendencies and not even have to be one dimensional and just start gunning in and throwing the ball
Yeah.
because you have a reliable running game
Mhm.
that can get you first downs and you don't always have to pass it.
No, yeah, that's real. So, man, Fournette was balling before the injuries, man. He hurt me in my fantasy. I didn't have him in the championship game, and it got to me. But yeah, man, he's gonna be a big difference. Just for them to try to make a run
I just want
again.
y'all to know I can say his name.
Yeah, Leonard Fournette. Bro said LeGarrette Blount.
I'm like, dang, you
whoa.
stuck in the time warp.
Man,
No.
facts.
I was just
Earlier-
thinking of the run style, and I was like, bro, that's not your name. But
Yeah, that's funny. But we're gonna start with you here, E. Niners Cowboys. Who's your X factor?
Mike McDaniels, our offensive coordinator.
Okay.
I want to see the game plan for how he neutralizes that pass rush, particularly Micah Parsons. Micah is light in the wallet, so I think they gonna run right at him. I just got word that Trent Williams is gonna be playing on Sunday, so that's a huge boom to our offensive line.
Yes.
So my X factor is Mike McDaniels because we're gonna run the rock.
Okay. All right. So for me, I would say the X factor is going to be CeeDee Lamb. I think if CeeDee Lamb can have a huge game, with the little screen passes and just have, just some big moments to help them out, because I think this game is going to be a little more defensive than people think, because the Niners are going to run the ball and they're going to pass rush. But if you can get some of those screen passes, little trick play handoffs to CeeDee Lamb, that he can make a big play or two or three, that it can turn the field position game in their favor and they can get some points, that it's going to be enough for the Cowboys to make it happen. And I picked the Cowboys, so I believe he's going to do it. And look out for Tony Pollard as well. They're just going to need big plays from Yak. And I think CeeDee Lamb and Tony Pollard are two guys that can give them that. X factor for you, Mike. Cowboys, Niners.
my X factor for the Cowboys would actually have to be, can they get Zeke to be a part of the damn run game?
Okay.
Can they actually try it, or are they just gonna
Bro
do what
had
they know?
1,002 yards. Like, you talking about barely getting 1,000 yards. He was
Bro, no, have you not seen the last few games?
You
Yeah.
know the Niners are the number 3 defense in stopping the run.
stopping the run. Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, because their offensive line is going to have to deal with the pass rush from defensive ends. You're going to have, matter of fact, y'all blitz a lot.
No, we don't. We rush forward.
No. You blitz a lot when you know that teams can't run.
Yeah.
You guys load. First of all, you put 7 and 8 in the box. Then a lot of times you rush 4. We get that, but there's a lot more times where you rush 6 to 7.
To stop the run.
But no, especially because they know on certain downs you have to go with certain run plays.
Yeah.
And then especially if you do that, is you try a trick play, we're already there because we're in the backfield. We're disrupting already. But they really have a chance. If Zeke can get loose, they have a chance to win. I love CeeDee Lamb, so I had to switch minds. But
Yeah.
it's like I don't see it being an opportunity to win if Zeke can't do anything.
Okay.
You can get CeeDee Lamb going, cool.
Yeah.
But if Zeke can't do nothing and Dak can't get him going
Yeah.
in the pass or the rush game,
Okay. So the final game of that Sunday night, Steelers at Chiefs. X factor for you guys.
I'm gonna go Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
I know he had a bruised heel in the
Yes.
last game.
Mhm.
They're going to need him to be 100% or at least 80%.
Yeah. He's been full practice this whole week, so he's been good.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. Okay. Tyreek. For me, with my Chiefs, it's going to be the D line. I think if the D line can dominate this game, when we saw them the first time, we were able to, and it made it tough because they couldn't really run the ball, and we pressured Ben, was able to cause interceptions, strip sack. So if our D line can dominate, that's Melvin Ingram, Frank Clark, Derek Nottie, Chris Jones, and those guys can do it. I think that the Chiefs can win this game very handily, and I think they will.
Hey, you know who has the second worst rush defense in the league?
It might be the Chiefs, but we were smacking teams You know what I'm saying? So they trying to come back with the pass, so we ain't have to really worry about the run. But we gonna see in the playoffs because the year we faced Derrick Henry in the AFC Championship, and everybody was like, man, he might run all over him. 60 yards, the Chiefs easily win.
Remember I said y'all was going home in the divisional round. Y'all know who y'all gonna play.
Who, the Bungles?
No, y'all will play the Titans.
No, we have them in the AFC Championship.
No, I'm looking at it right now. Y'all
because we're the 2 seed. So they're going to get the lowest seed.
Okay,
but, hey, people thought they would run crazy on us the year we won the Super Bowl. So I think Spags is going to be ready, and I think the D-line will. Who you got, X Factors?
X Factor is going to have to be the Kansas City Chiefs and y'all coverage. Okay. Because y'all get real spotty around playoff time. And it's like it's kind of the downfall when you guys are upset. And you know it. That's why like, damn, we gave up this many yards, X amount of yards to. And I was like, if you let Ben not try to go, like if y'all got to get Ben out early, opportunities, he gonna make some magic happen. It's go look, hey, it's retirement time. I'm hanging up the cleats. I'm going out with a bang. That's how they usually go out, right? He's not winning it this year, but he might try to make a push against y'all and make a statement. For his final playoff push.
Hey, I got 2 words for him. Good luck. Because it's going to be tough.
Yeah, I got 2 words for you. Go deep against KC. That's exactly what's about to happen.
Yeah, but I like the Bengals did it. They got Jamar Chase. That kid is special. The Bengals have weapons that next year we probably be like, man, they might have the best weapons, in football with Mixon, Higgins, Boyd, Kuzma, and Jamar Chase. So that's why them doing that. I wasn't really shocked, but I can't see any other teams really doing too crazy. But we got to go to the final one so we can get up out of here. Monday night, the first ever Monday night playoff game, Cardinals at Rams, X Factor E.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to talk to him. Hey, my guy, 99. All he got to do is push the pocket, get Kyler off his spot. Game
I thought
over.
you were talking about the other 99. JJ.
JJ.
No.
He's washed, bro.
He's coming back. Yay.
He's washed.
But guess what's about to happen?
But if I'm gonna pick somebody on the cards, it's Chandler Jones.
Yeah.
He got to show up for
Chandler Jones, because if he dominate, they can win.
If he's disruptive, they got to chance.
Aaron Donald is about to go ham.
No, yeah. So for me, you got 99. Mine is number 9. What Matthew Stafford do we get? So if we get the Matthew Stafford from the second half of that Niner game, it can be trouble.
Name the last big game Matthew Stafford dominated.
None.
Oh, okay. It's playoff time, right?
It's playoff time.
Okay.
So that's why it's like, well, who do you get? Like, is he gonna come out jittery? Because what if the Cardinals jump out to a quick 7-0 lead? You know what I'm saying? 10-0 lead. What do you get? And if he brings you that Detroit Lions type of play where it's like, but this is what we get, they might be in trouble. But if he come out and he's playing well and they can get an early league and he's getting it to Cooper, he's getting it to OBJ, then they have an opportunity. But it's going to be interesting. Who do you have as your X Factor?
My X Factor for the team that might win this one very handily, Eric Weddle. I just want to see how he might actually work in.
And I started to say that.
I was surprised. I was like, let it get to me. All right, that's very.
Man, I appreciate play all year, man.
It doesn't matter. The inadequacies that Taylor Rapp has in coverage, Eric Weddle does not.
But is he replacing Taylor Rapp? I thought it was the other safety that got
Taylor Rapp's going to give her. Don't worry about this. I got guys on the inside on this one too.
Okay,
it's going to play its way out. Jalen Ramsey wants that also because he said, "I have a brother in coverage. They think alike. Their IQs are high, and that's actually working better. That's going to work better for the defense, and especially late in games."
Okay.
Where Taylor Rapp seems to give it up, as our boy Patrick Ewing would say, he giving up the coochie.
Man.
He giving it up. And I said, bro, I saw the last 2 touchdowns. I said, bro, that was you.
Who, Jalen?
No, not Jalen. I'm looking at Taylor Rapp. I'm like, bro, that was you that gave up the touchdown.
That pass where Debo threw it to Juwan?
No, that was Jalen. When he bit on that. Yeah, I'm talking about to win the game. I said Taylor Rapp. He guarded no one. If you go back to the footage, there was no one over there. And what's it called? But Williams looked at him like, bro.
Coverage didn't lose y'all that game. Number 9 didn't put more points up when he needed to, and he's going to be a big factor.
LA not physical.
No, yeah, they not.
They got finesse at the end
because they pass rush, but they not real
gritty.
Yeah, but they got to stick to the run game. But yeah, man, next time you hear us talking football, we're going to be talking about the divisional round. So it's going to be very exciting Monday. Before we get up out of here, I got to get you this Throwback Thursday Player of the Week. We got to bring it back, baby. Hey. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days, hey, classic, man. So, Throwback Thursday Player of the Week. Hope y'all ready for it. It's the one and only North Carolina Tar Heel himself, Jerry Stackhouse, man. Jerry Stackhouse, first round pick, 3rd overall to the 76ers in 1995. 18-year career averages of 16.9 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He's a 2-time All-Star, 95-96 All-Rookie. His best year was with Detroit. One of his All-Star years, he averaged 29.8 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and nearly a block. Any words on Jerry Stackhouse?
That was the year. Yeah, the dunk contest year. That was the year Grant Hill was there too, right?
2000, 2001. I think it was Grant Hill last year.
Yeah, that tandem. I want to say that Hill Stackhouse tandem was. I thought it was going to be like the next thing in the
Jordan
league.
Pippen, yeah.
But
Hill's knees gave out soon.
But Stack had a solid career. He had a solid career.
Yeah. I don't think he was as good as everybody thought because, at that time it was a lot of compare. Everybody was, if you were a shooting guard around that height, Jordan. But a career average of 17. But it was solid. He had his moments, and the average 29.8 points in 2000. Yeah. That's a lot of points, man. Mike, wish you got any words on Jerry Stackhouse?
He was athletically gifted, but then found his way to get more of a skill set prone to, like, prolong his career.
Yeah.
Like, he ended up mid-range game, got better, got to be a pivotal piece as a role player on latter parts of his career on winning teams. I said, okay, you could do a little thing. I feel it. Mm-hmm. But he stayed relevant and stayed in the mix.
Yeah. 18 years, man.
But that's what I'm saying. He stayed in the mix and was like, bro, I'm on a contender again.
Yeah.
You see his name, you're like, I figure. I know why.
Yeah.
But no, he was a bucket early and found how to stay within longevity. Make a career out of it.
Yeah, man. So we thank you guys so much for tuning in to this latest episode of Courtside Radio.
Courtside.
We will be back Monday to give you more flame, to talk NBA, to talk the culture, and to talk the NFL divisional round. I hope y'all ready. So, hey, we catch y'all next time. We are out this thing, man. Peace. It's been a movie tonight, man.
Cheer.
Yes, sir.
The greatest investment you can make is within yourself.
Hey, we out of here, YouTube. Y'all be blessed, man. Much love.